Ideally, the Kerry Camino is a 3-day walk for anybody. It's a nice 3-day walk. The first day you can start in Tralee, Church of St. John the Baptist, and walk to camp. Stay overnight in camp or take the bus back to Tralee and go out the following morning and start again. Now this is where we started today. Mick O'Neill, who owns the railway bar, is a great character. He's a hail fellow, well met, front of house man. Although the pub was closed this morning when we started, but he stamped our passports and we set off across the mountain towards Inch. The Wild Atlantic Way, you have 3 views of the Wild Atlantic Way when you're walking the Kerry Camino. As you're leaving camp or as you leave Tralee to camp, you see the Tralee Bay side of it, from where the Jenny Johnston famine ship sailed throughout the years, the replica of which stands in Dublin at the moment, in the Docklands. And then you cross over the mountains and you traversed across the Finglas River. That was our first, if you like, nature point in the lovely fast-flowing Finglas River, the purity of which is unbeatable. The air and the rivers and the waters are unpolluted in that part of Ireland. Then up through the gorse into Emlock Bog. Although Emlock Bog isn't one of the busiest bogs, there are still banks of turf being cut. And we saw the turf laying on the ground drying. We went from that then into the wooded area, which was lovely again, an example of forestry, which is huge in Ireland at the moment. The investment in forestry, we walked through forest. We then went onto the road again and back onto the mountains again, looked out into Inch Beach, into Castlemaine Bay, where you can see right down into South Kerry. Again, magnificent views of the Wild Atlantic Way. Inch Beach is one of the most fantastic beaches in Ireland. People come from all over the world to make advertisements there because of its length. It's a continuous miles after miles of sandy beach. And of course, Ryan's Daughter, the movie, in which Sarah Miles, Robert Mitchum, John Mills, Trevor Howard, of course. And Trevor Howard actually was nearly drowned at that beach. They picked a day when the Wild Atlantic was at its most wild. Trevor Howard's boat capsized and he was nearly drowned, and he spent a night in recovery in the Bonsecourt Hospital in Tralee as a result of that accident.